Hi folks, I'm here at the Elbe River again. First time trying lure fishing for catfish today. Absolutely do not have any experience with it. Got myself a decent catfish spinning rod, 10 feet long, 3 meters, lure weight 55 to 175 grams with a 50-pound test braid. This should do for the small and medium-sized catfish. Very thick fluorocarbon leader, and I've packed myself some decent lures as well, souped them up with heavy-duty split rings and heavy-duty hooks. Gonna show you these lures soon. Still gotta wait. The tide is running out until the groin down there falls dry, so I can walk on there, because the base between the groins, they're pretty shallow, and as I said, I do not have any experience about lure fishing for catfish. I've only heard that more and more catfish are caught as a bycatch here in the river whilst fishing for zander. So I want to try to catch one with catfish gear, because I've also heard that if it's a bigger cat, it cannot be landed on ordinary zander gear. So probably I'll have to try all summer long, and I've got to be determined. So, you know, some weeks ago I've caught a sea trout. I've been trying for 2.5 years. Finally it worked out to catch a sea trout. Maybe it will work out for me to catch a catfish as well, because the stocks in the river here, they are getting higher and higher every year. Catfish, they grow very fast. So sooner or later I'm gonna get one if I would be determined enough. Okay, I'll show you my lures now. I've got 4 boxes full of lures. Here you see some real big spoons. As I said before, all souped up with heavy duty hooks and split rings. Devil dog, FZ spoon, red eye spoon, all biggest sizes. Here's some squid spinners, homemade, and some rattle L traps floating, a big grub, some more big and medium sized plastic lures, and finally some top waters and crankbaits. That's a small selection of my lures that I'm thinking that would have an appeal to catfish. As I said before, I do not have any experience fishing for these, and but I'm hoping to catch one sooner or later. It requires a lot of luck, but I guess I'm properly geared up with these lures. Alright, let's do some fishing now. Okay, water level sinking constantly, tide is rolling out. The foot of the groin has already fallen sufficiently dry, but the tip of the groin is still submerged. You need to let the water level go down for 1 foot or so, because in case of the freighter boats are coming, their bow waves could wash your tackle away or you get wet feet. So I still gotta wait for some time for the groin to fall dry. So I'm gonna try now. Don't have much hope to catch something, but if I'm determined, day after day, one day I would catch a catfish. Over there's the ferry boat on crossing the river the entire day, carrying cars and pedestrians, bicycles to cross the river. Alright, so let's do some fishing now. Okay, now that groin has fallen sufficiently dry to step on, so I'm gonna try to make some casts from the tip of it into the main current or into the reverse currents at the tip of the groin, about that stretch where these geese are swimming now. At least I know by experience zander are always holding at such spots. The reverse currents at the tip of the groins. You know, the current is passing down from the right to the left. So at the tip of the groins there are always currents there. Exactly that spot where the geese are swimming now. So as I said, I do not have any experience about catfish, about their likely holding spots. All I know, I never saw any topping fish here, so probably I have to look for them at the bottom. Alright. Even made myself 2 heavy crankbaits for catfish fishing, like this one. I guess I've shown them in the video before. Really swims nice, this thing, but so far I couldn't steer something up. It's an arm-wrenching affair to handle this heavy gear. I'm not used to it. Zander fishing is a lot easier. Okay. Here's the second one of my big catfish crankbaits. Also swims nice. Even with this heavy lure rod, I can still feel the 2 sections bumping together as it swims along. I did this on purpose because catfish are said to react to sound very nice, so I'm hoping someday I would catch something with this lure. But I'm telling you, it's an arm-wrenching affair to handle this tackle. But the other lure really goes down to the bottom. This jointed one will not dive as deep. Okay, gonna change places now. Couldn't steer something up. Maybe I'll try the next groins over there. And the missus has been already calling me. She's sitting on the pond over there. So gonna make some more casts over there now. Alright. Okay people, after a few hours of arm-wrenching casting with that heavy gear, I'm giving up. I couldn't steer something up. I didn't expect it though. Of course the catfish stock in this river is not yet at its high peak. I'm here. You'll hear about occasional bycatches of catfish, and as I said, I do not have any experience. Just ordered for a book about catfish fishing with lures. Should come in a few days, so maybe that one would make me smarter. I know I have to be determined to fulfill that goal. That would be my next dream, to catch a catfish here in the river. I'm a bit regretting not to have brought my light tackle along, because asp are chasing all along the groin, so maybe with smaller lures and lighter tackle I would have caught a fish today, but for today I'll call it a day. Sorry I could not present any fish, but summer's still long, fall season's also there, so now and then I'll take up the challenge to take the heavy gear along and try to catch that catfish that I'm dreaming of. Okay, thanks a lot for your interest. Goodbye.